ask you something. What wakes you up every morning? Is it the dream of success or the fear of failure? Because today, I'm here to tell you something that might shake you to your core. You're either winning or you're losing. There's no in between. You see, life doesn't wait for you to decide. Every moment, every decision you make is pushing you closer to one of those two outcomes. But here's the truth that nobody talks about. Winning is not an accident. And losing is not a coincidence. They're both predictable. Today, I'm going to show you how to shift the scales, how to take control of your life and claim the victory that's been waiting for you. By the end of this, you won't just feel inspired, you'll feel unstoppable. Because if you're not ready to make that shift, you're already losing. And I know that's not the reason you're sitting here today. So buckle up. This isn't just a speech, it's a blueprint. Let's break it down. Winning starts with a decision that no matter how hard it gets, no matter how tired you feel, you're not going to stop. Winners don't stop because they're tired. They stop when they're done. Losers let the excuses pile up. I'm too tired. It's too hard. But guess what? Excuses don't build empires. Effort does. The grind isn't glamorous, but it's necessary. You can't Netflix your way to success. You can't scroll through social media and expect your life to change. Winners work when no one is watching. They do the reps in the dark so they can shine in the light. But here's the game changer. It's not about motivation. Motivation is fleeting. It's like the weather. One day it's sunny, the next is stormy. Discipline? Discipline is the sun that shines every single day. Winners don't need a reason to keep going. They just go. And when the pain hits, when you feel like the world is against you, that's when you dig deep. Winners know that pain is temporary, but quitting lasts forever. They use that pain as fuel. They turn their setbacks into comebacks. The people around you, they're either building you up or tearing you down. Winners don't keep people in your life who drain their energy. They surround themselves with those who push them, challenge them, and believe in their vision. Yeah. Sacrifice isn't a punishment, it's an investment. Every moment you spend working on your dream is a seed planted for a harvest you can't even imagine. But here's the kicker. You've got to be consistent. One great day won't make you a winner, just like one bad day won't make you a loser. Success is built brick by brick, day by day. Finally, own your story. Winners don't point fingers, they take responsibility. They don't make excuses, they make moves. And when they win, it's not just for themselves, it's for everyone who's watching, everyone who needs to know that winning is possible. Winning versus losing, it's a choice. Every single day, you're either moving closer to the life you dream of or further away from it. There's no neutral ground. So I'll leave you with this. When you wake up tomorrow morning, ask yourself, what am I going to do today to win? Because the clock is ticking. The question isn't if you'll win or lose. It's whether you're ready to make the decision that will change your life. What will you choose? Let's go. Winning and losing both start in the mind. Before a single step is taken, before a single action is performed, it all begins with the thoughts you allow to dominate your mind. You see, your mind is the command center of your life. What you focus on, what you believe, and what you decide becomes your reality. It's not just about what happens to you. It's about how you interpret those events and what you choose to do about them. The truth is, every moment you're faced with choices. Will you press snooze or rise early? Will you complain about your circumstances or work to change them? Will you push harder when it gets tough or will you give in and retreat? These are the micro decisions that shape your destiny, and they all originate in the mind. Now, here's the catch. If you're not intentional about choosing the mindset of a winner, you're passively choosing to lose. Because life doesn't stop. It moves forward with or without you. Winners understand that their thoughts and choices are the steering wheel of their lives. They don't wait for the perfect opportunity. They create it. They don't let circumstances define them. They redefine their circumstances. But make no mistake, this is not about pretending everything is fine or sugarcoating your struggles. It's about facing reality head on and deciding, I will overcome. Winners understand that every setback is a setup for a comeback. They program their minds to see challenges as opportunities and failures as stepping stones to success. This isn't about talent, luck, or even resources. It's about belief in yourself, belief in your ability to grow, and belief that no matter where you start, you have the power to choose where you end up. Winning begins in the mind because that's where the battles are fought and won, long before they play out in real life. So, what thoughts are you feeding? What decisions are you making? Because the person you become is being shaped in your mind right now. Choose wisely. The grind isn't glamorous, but it's where champions are made. Winners don't shy away from hard work. They embrace it. They understand that success doesn't come with shortcuts or quick fixes. It's forged in the relentless pursuit of excellence. One step, one moment, one decision at a time. In a world obsessed with instant gratification, it's easy to think that success should come quickly. But the truth is, the grind, the daily effort, the sweat, the sacrifices, that's what separates the winners from the rest. It's not about the highlights you see on social media or the trophies on the shelf. It's about the unseen hours of preparation, the late nights, and the early mornings. These got to be willing to outwork everyone else. Winners aren't the ones who are just naturally gifted or lucky. They're the ones who show up every single day, rain or shine, motivated or not. They don't wait for the perfect conditions. They make progress despite the obstacles. It's during the grind that you discover what you're made of. Is where your character is tested and your resilience is built. There will be moments when you feel like giving up, when the weight of the journey feels too heavy, but winners know that those moments are the true test. They don't give in, they push harder. They understand that every rep, every step, every extra mile is bringing them closer to their goal. The grind demands consistency, focus, and sacrifice. It's not easy, but it's worth it. And here's the thing. Most people won't put in the work. That's why most people lose. But if you're willing to embrace the grind, if you're willing to do what others won't, you'll achieve what others can't. The grind isn't just part of the process. It is the process. And the question is, are you willing to embrace it? Comfort is the enemy of progress. It's deceptive, luring you in with promises of safety and ease. But in reality, it keeps you stuck. It's a trap that many fall into without realizing it. And it's one of the biggest reasons people lose. Comfort zones might feel good, but they're where dreams go to die. You stay in your comfort zone, you avoid challenges, risks, and the possibility of failure. But here's the truth. Without those things, there's no growth. Winners understand this. They see comfort not as a place to stay, but as a warning sign. The moment things feel too easy, too predictable, They know it's time to step up and push themselves further. The fear of discomfort is natural, but winners don't let it control them. They train their minds and bodies to face discomfort head on, knowing that it's the only way to achieve greatness. Whether it's waking up earlier, pushing harder in the gym, making that uncomfortable phone call, or taking a leap of faith, they lean into the things that others avoid. Losing often begins when you settle for good enough. You convince yourself that you're okay where you are, that there's no need to push further. But while you're coasting, someone else is grinding, someone else is learning, improving, and closing a gap. Winners refuse to settle because they know that stagnation is just a slow decline. Every breakthrough happens just beyond the edge of your comfort zone. That's where you'll find your strength, your resilience, and your potential. It's not about being fearless. It's about being willing to act despite the fear. The question isn't whether discomfort will come. It's whether you'll embrace it or let it stop you. So ask yourself, are you too comfortable? Are you playing it safe while your dreams slip further away? Or are you ready to step out, face the unknown, and claim the life you were meant to live? Comfort might feel good now, but winning will feel far better in the end. Motivation is fleeting. Discipline is forever. It's easy to feel fired up when the music is loud, the crowd is cheering, or the inspiration is fresh. But what happens when the hype dies down? What happens on the days when you're tired, when no one is watching, or when the results seem far away? That's when discipline steps in. And that's when winners rise above. Motivation is like a spark. It can ignite a fire, but it won't keep it burning. Discipline is the fuel that keeps the fire alive day after day, no matter the circumstances. It's the commitment to show up, put in the work, and stay consistent even when you don't feel like it. Winners don't rely on how they feel. They rely on what they've committed to do. We have ChatGPT. You see, discipline is about making a choice in advance. It's saying, I will stick to this plan no matter what. It's about building habits that align with your goals and sticking to them until they become second nature. Discipline doesn't ask for permission or wait for the right mood. It simply acts. The truth is, there will be days when the grind feels endless, when progress seems invisible, and when the temptation to quit whispers louder than your drive to succeed. But discipline silences that doubt. It reminds you that success isn't about how you feel in the moment. It's about the long game. Winners understand that discipline is freedom. It frees you from regret because you know you've given your all. It frees you from inconsistency because you built a system that works. And it frees you from mediocrity because discipline is what separates those who dream from those who do. So the question isn't whether you'll feel motivated every day. It's whether you'll choose discipline when motivation fades. Because at the end of the day, winners don't depend on feelings. They depend on their unshakable commitment to the process. Pain is inevitable, but how you respond to it is what defines you. Life will throw challenges at you, knock you down, and test your resolve. But here's the secret. Pain isn't your enemy. It's your power. It's the raw energy that can fuel your greatest breakthroughs if you let it. Winners don't run from pain. They lean into it, knowing it's the gateway to growth. Pain is often misunderstood People see it as a signal to stop, a sign that something's wrong. But winners see pain differently. They recognize it as a teacher, a mentor, and a reminder that they're stepping into new territory. When the workout burns, when the late nights drain you, or when rejection stings, it's not a sign to quit. It's a sign you're pushing past your limits. The difference between winners and losers isn't the presence of pain, it's what they do with it. Losers let pain define them. They allow it to become an excuse, a reason to give up. Winners, on the other hand, use pain as fuel. They channel it into their work, their passion, and their drive to prove that no setback, no failure, and no obstacle can hold them back. Think about the moments when you've grown the most. Were they easy? Were they comfortable? Probably not. Growth happens in the discomfort, in the struggle, in the moments when you're forced to dig deep and find strength you didn't know you had. Pain is the price of progress, and winners are willing to pay it. Pain doesn't last forever, but the lessons it teaches you do. Every time you face it, you get stronger, wiser, and more resilient. You learn to rise above, to adapt, and to keep moving forward. And when you look back, you'll see that the pain wasn't just something you endured, it was something you overcame, something that shaped you into a winner. So when the pain comes, and it will, don't see it as a reason to stop. See it as a challenge, an opportunity, a gift. Because the pain you feel today is the strength you'll carry tomorrow. Winners don't just endure pain, they transform it. Will you? The people you surround yourself with have the power to shape your destiny. Winners know this, and they guard their circle with intention and purpose. They understand that your environment influences your mindset, your energy, and ultimately your outcomes. If you want to win, you need to align yourself with those who push you toward greatness, not hold you back. Think about it. Are the people in your life building you up or tearing you down? Are they challenging you to aim higher or keeping you comfortable where you are? Winners surround themselves with people who inspire them, challenge them, and refuse to let them settle for mediocrity. These are the people who remind you of your potential, even when you forget it yourself. On the other hand, losers often stay in environments that drain them. They spend time with people who discourage their dreams, who complain about their circumstances but never take action to change them. These toxic influences pull you down. And before you know it, you're adopting the same habits, the same excuses, and the same mindset. Winners understand the power of proximity. If you want to level up, you need to be around people who are already where you want to be or who are on the same journey as you. Iron sharpens iron. When you're around winners, the energy becomes contagious. Their work ethic inspires you. Their belief in themselves strengthens your belief in yourself. But it's not just about receiving, it's also about giving. Winners add value to their circle. They encourage, support, and uplift those around them because they know that success isn't a solo journey. When the whole circle wins, everyone rises. So take a hard look at your relationships. Are the people in your life helping you grow or holding you back? Are they pushing you to be better or are they making excuses with you? Your circle is either your greatest asset or your biggest liability. Choose wisely, because the company you keep will either propel you to a victory or drag you down into defeat. Winning requires sacrifice. It's not an easy road, and it doesn't come without a cost. But here's the truth. The sacrifices you make today are the investments you're planting for tomorrow's success. Winners understand this. They're willing to give up temporary pleasures to achieve something far greater. You can't have it all, not all at once. If you want to win, you have to let go of what's holding you back. It might mean skipping the parties, waking up earlier than everyone else, or putting in extra hours while others are relaxing. It might mean saying no to distractions and yes to focus, no to comfort and yes to discipline. Sacrifice isn't about deprivation, it's about prioritization. Winners have a clear vision of what they want, and they align their actions with that vision. They ask themselves, is what I'm doing right now bringing me closer to my goal or pulling me further away? And they act accordingly. Losers, on the other hand, avoid sacrifice. They want the reward without the effort, the success without the struggle. They chase instant gratification, indulging in what feels good now without thinking about the long-term consequences. But here's the reality. Every time you choose short-term comfort, you're trading away your future potential. Winners see the bigger picture. They know that the hours of work, the missed outings, the sweat, and the grind are not losses, they're investments. Each sacrifice brings them one step closer to the life they've envisioned. And when the results start to show, they'll tell you it was worth every single thing they gave up. The question is, what are you willing to sacrifice? Are you willing to let go of what's easy to achieve what's extraordinary? Are you ready to trade what you want now for what you truly want most? Winners know that sacrifice isn't the end of the story, it's the beginning of a legacy. So, what are you willing to give up to go up? Consistency is the secret weapon of winners. It's not the big dramatic moves that lead to success. It's the small, steady actions repeated every single day. Winners understand that while talent and effort matter, it's consistency that ultimately separates the great from the average. You see, anyone can give their all for a day. Anyone can grind hard for a week or push through for a short season. But what happens when the initial excitement fades? What happens when progress slows and the finish line feels miles away? This is where most people give up. But winners, they keep going. Consistency isn't glamorous. It doesn't always come with applause or recognition. It's not about perfection. It's about persistence. It's showing up even when it's inconvenient. It's doing the work even when no one is watching. It's choosing progress over excuses, one step at a time, no matter how small that step may seem. The compound effect of consistency is powerful. Every small action you take builds on the one before it, creating momentum that grows over time. Winners understand that results don't happen overnight. They trust the process, knowing that the seeds they plant today will bear fruit in the future. Losers, however, chase instant results. They quit when they don't see immediate success, jumping from one thing to the next without giving anything the time it needs to grow. They fail to realize that consistency is what turns effort into excellence. Winners don't rely on motivation to stay consistent. They rely on their commitment. They've made a decision to keep going no matter what. And that decision isn't based on feelings. It's based on purpose. Now ask yourself, are you consistent? Are you showing up every day for your goals, even when it's hard, even when it's boring, even when it feels like nothing is changing? Because consistency doesn't just lead to results, it builds character. And in the end, it's not the occasional effort that makes you a winner. It's the relentless, everyday actions that take you to the top. Winners don't fear failure. They embrace it as a part of the journey. Failure isn't the opposite of success, it's a stepping stone to it. Every great victory is built on lessons learned from falling short. And winners know that each failure is a chance to grow stronger, smarter, and more resilient. Failure is inevitable on the path to success. No one achieves greatness without stumbling along the way. The difference is how you respond. Losers see failure as the end of the road, a reason to stop trying. Winners see failure as feedback. They analyze what went wrong, adjust their approach, and come back stronger. Think about it. Failure is proof that you're trying, that you're stepping outside your comfort zone, and that you're pursuing something meaningful. It's easy to play it safe and avoid failure, but safety doesn't lead to growth. Winners aren't afraid to take risks because they know the greater the risk, the greater the reward. But here's the key. Winners don't dwell on failure. They don't let it define them or discourage them. Instead, they use it as fuel. Each setback is an opportunity to learn, to adapt, and to build the resilience needed to keep moving forward. Failure becomes a teacher, not a threat. Some of the most successful people in history failed countless times before achieving their dreams. They weren't afraid of falling. They were determined to rise. Winners understand that failure isn't a permanent state. It's a moment, a challenge, and often a necessary part of the process. So when you fail, and you will, don't run from it. Don't let it make you bitter. Let it make you better. Failure is only final if you stop trying. Winners use every failure as a stepping stone to success, knowing that each stumble brings them one step closer to their ultimate goal. How will you use yours? Winning isn't just about personal success. It's about the impact you leave behind, the legacy you create. True winners understand that their journey isn't only about achieving their own dreams. It's about inspiring others to chase theirs. It's about showing the world that anything is possible when you're willing to put in the work, make the sacrifices, and never give up. The greatest wins are those that elevate others. Winners know that their achievements can serve as a beacon of hope for those around them. They lead by example, demonstrating that success isn't reserved for the lucky or the talented. It's available to anyone who is willing to put in the effort. That's powerful. When you're winning, it's not just about the trophy on the shelf or the recognition you receive. It's about who you become in the process and how you can use your success to lift others. Whether it's mentoring someone who's just starting their journey or inspiring a friend to take that leap of faith, your victory has the potential to light the way for others. Your legacy isn't written in moments of ease, but in how you rise when things get tough. It's in the choices you make when no one is looking and in the ways you challenge yourself to grow. Winning is about creating a ripple effect that spreads beyond you, one that motivates others to dream bigger, act bolder, and achieve more. So, as you strive for greatness, ask yourself, what kind of legacy do I want to leave? Are you striving for personal success, or are you working towards something greater? Winners understand that true fulfillment comes when your journey has a purpose beyond just your own success. It's about making an impact, creating change, and leaving a mark that outlasts you. When you win, do it with the intention of inspiring the world to rise with you. That's how you create a legacy that lasts. That's how you turn winning into something bigger than just yourself. Your victory doesn't just change your life. It can change the lives of everyone who witnesses it.